What now?
No, he was asking where. I think he asked where Johnny was, and
I
then
did.
No,
he said,
you
"I don't."
said before that. You said everybody's something, right?
I was gonna say it's a weird thing to start with, but I was gonna say everybody can kiss my ass because when I went to Target the other day, I was kind of like I was looking for turtles, and I sent you guys a picture. The Motu stuff was all like 70% off. Like you can get Battle Cat for like $11, right? And I thought about it, but then I'm like, what am I gonna do with it? It's just something I'm gonna buy and sit in the box. I'm not gonna open it. I don't care. I don't need to collect it. I collect Skeletor. That's what I like. And I went though. They had the dragonfly thing or whatever the hell it is.
From the movie, yeah.
Yeah. So I was. Oh, there he is.
Hey, Johnny.
So good, man. So I was excited, thinking that thing was going to be 50 or 70% off, and the kid in the back even said, "Oh, just take it up front; it'll be on sale." So I took it up front. And I told the lady that, and then she calls to the back, and somebody's like, "No, it's not on sale." And I'm like, literally, the kid that's back there stocking toys told me to take it up front and tell you guys whatever it was, the 50 or 70% off, and they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't honor it, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I don't want it then."
That was Target. You said
Yeah, I won't pay full price for it. I want it, but I'm not paying full price.
Target is really fucking shitty because there was a time when Target wouldn't even price match their own website. Like they would price match competitors, but not their own website. They didn't consider themselves a competitor, so they wouldn't price match shit. Like Target gets really fucking weird. So does like Best Buy. Trying to price match shit at Best Buy at times is damn near impossible. It's like they find all these loopholes to not price match shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
I don't know. It's wild, but in any case, welcome back everybody to a beautiful Tuesday evening of drinks and toys. I am here joined by Johnny. How you doing? We're happy to see you.
Hey, feeling a little. So if you do see me, just kind of log off. It's no biggie.
Okay.
Sorry,
Good
guys.
thing we're not professional and polished, so that works out well. Wheezy, how you doing, man?
Fucking amazing. How about yourself, Snookums?
Thank you. I'm doing well as well. And Psycho, how are you?
Doing great. Doing great.
I figured
Wonderful.
nobody ever asks you how you're doing. Like you always ask us. Nobody asks you.
Nobody ever asked how I'm feeling.
Hey,
I'm fine.
How you feeling?
I grew up in the time of emo. I'll just go sit in the dark later on and listen to Sunny Day Real Estate and be fine. So before we get into the topic tonight, which is 2026 San Diego Comic-Con predictions, before we even get into that, I was going to dabble on some pickups from the weekend and want to talk about a couple things that got brought up to me today that we kind of dabbled on a little bit last week. I want to use the word dabble as much as possible. And
Dabble.
dabble. And
Cat butt and dabble.
Kind of go from there. I got cat problems right now. For those of you that are listening on Spotify after the fact, check us out everywhere else also. Apple Music, whatever that bullshit is, that Wheezy's got us posted everywhere and anywhere that has a podcast, that can support a podcast, we are on. So check it out, listen to us. It's a lot of fun. And if you are listening on Spotify right now, get your ass back over to the live feed on Tuesday nights. Check us out. Again, it is a lot of fun. Or check out Wheezy and Psycho on Thursday nights for Collector's Hideout, where it's only fun when we talk about Muppets.
Hold on. Before you continue, now we know that one of our viewers, the cow says
Is a
moo.
Muppet?
No, we have our one viewer, the cow says moo, right? Who's in here periodically. So he's one of the managers of one of the stores I'm over. And just fucking yesterday, he's like, I'll tell you this, on my bingo card, I didn't have Muppets playing at FIFA. I was
On my bingo card.
Better. Fucking Muppets are everywhere, man.
Gus, what's up? Hey, Gus, make sure you tell your mom happy birthday. And that did not come out the way I wanted it to.
When it came out exactly how you meant it,
Mom. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We see her talking. I was like, man, they came out real threatening. So,
Can you just say about my mom, Tony?
man, you just say happy birthday. So I went this weekend on Saturday to Orlando.
Saturday?
In the park. I think it was the 4th of July. We went to Orlando to the Florida Mall, and they had a Gundam pop-up event, which was pretty cool. And first of all, I got some stuff there, but look at this bag they just give you. I mean,
Mama,
that's pretty sick, man. Like for whatever you're buying, and they have them bigger, right? The more you buy, the more stuff, the bigger the bag is. And then I got I picked up a couple small things. So this, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's a tiny transforming Gundam. It turns into an egg. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, for
Pretty
$10,
cool.
I could not do it. It was super cool. And then
Can't
these are
wait to
two.
see what you do with that when it's an egg and where you shove it.
So these two things here are I don't know what they're called,
He
but
told
they're
you
like
that in confidence.
Hey,
He told you that in
those could go
confidence,
in the
bro.
same place.
this is why we can't continue good conversations. So these are from those Japanese gumball machines, basically. I don't know what they're called. There is a name for them. And
Gotcha.
what is it?
They're
Yeah.
Well, these are pretty cool. So they're two little Gundam model kits, so that was pretty cool. And then you didn't even have to buy anything. First of all, it was nuts. There was stuff everywhere. And I did buy 2 model kits. I'll never build them. But
You haven't put that together yet? You haven't
no, I
opened
haven't
them
done
up?
any of that yet.
Dude, they're a lot of fun. They're very similar to the blockies when you they just snap together little pieces.
This is free. This was free if you attended the event. So I was like, well, crap. And they knew people, they had a lot of people scalping them, which I think is kind of screwed up. But they knew that people weren't going to be able to sit there and build them. But they kind of had the area. Like if you wanted to, you could sit there and put it together, right then and there. But a lot of people they said, look, we just want pictures of people with them. So if you don't mind sitting and just opening the box, because it's, it's not sealed or anything, you can just box it back up and leave. And so we're like, all right, cool. So I just literally lifted the top up, put it back on, and then I left. But
picture Tony sitting there, like, for the picture, like, opening but sweating. Like,
just tears streaming down my face. But it was really, really cool. They had a lot of really
that
nice
like
exclusive...
inside a mall, right?
Yeah, it was in Florida Mall. And they had a lot of really cool exclusive kits. So this is one of the kits I picked up, which was Epion.
Nice.
And it's badass. I was very excited about it. I mean, you can see on the side. I mean, it's dope. And then I picked up, this is like an exclusive, and it's master grade.
Cool.
Now, is it the master grades, the ones you have to paint too?
No.
Which ones is it? They come literally blank shells, and you have to like paint it and do all that.
It's not these. It's not even like this one's what is this? Like a standard grade or something. But even this one's printed in colors. So I mean, maybe the older ones, I don't know, but 99% of these ones are all they're pre-color printed and you just put it together. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. They had a lot of really good ones. I probably could have spent more, but and again, the prices were really good. Nothing was outrageous at all. Definitely could have spent more, but I'm glad I stayed where I was, and the 130
My
bucks
very
was
first
more than
model
enough.
kit was such a bad experience. I never ever got into other ones again until like Blockies was the closest thing to a model kit I ever did again.
I mean, these things are cool. I don't build them. So my stepson Gregory builds the crap out of them. And really, we went there for him. But then he just I was walking around with him. I picked out a couple, and that was the end of that. Like, we didn't, we didn't like do anything nuts. I mean, we just had a really good time walking around and picking them out. Like, he's very meticulous, sits there and goes through all of them to find the one he wants. But
for very
they had some really badass
specific
ones.
reasons.
You what?
I said for a very specific reason why he does that.
Right. They had like giant statues too, which was really cool. Like giant Gundam statues. So like you could go. I mean, things like 6.5, 7 feet tall, and it's just a big Gundam statue standing there. So it was totally cool. I would go again. Knowing what it is now, I probably would have gone through more effort to get more of the free kits because again, they were just giving them out. I mean, anybody could go up there and I mean, I could have had
That's cool.
Yeah, Corinne and her daughter get one. Kendall get one, and I don't know why I didn't think to do it. So just Gregor and I got one.
Was it only the model kits, or did they have like the figure ones too, like the Bandai figures?
So the ones like I have, like because I have like all those Bandai figures.
I have a couple too, though.
So they had only three on the shelf, and I didn't know if I had them or not, so I didn't buy them because that was not a place I wanted to. First of all, they were overpriced. Those were overpriced. Those
You're
were
not doing that again?
No, the last time I bought those three, I had to take them back to Target. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it anymore. But yeah, they had three on the shelf, and it turns out I didn't have them. They were newer ones. I should have. And then it was really cool is they had these metal ones. So they were called metal grade. So the entire kit is made of metal, like the model kit.
Okay.
Those things were wild, man. But holy shit, they were expensive. They started at $300, and they're not very big. They were like maybe, I don't even know, like maybe as big as this Raphael, maybe smaller.
Okay.
But for $300, I'm like, God damn. I couldn't bring myself to do that one. But
Well,
I get it. It probably took a lot to produce that thing, but it was just like, no, I'm not a diehard fan. The only thing I was mad about, I had to find something, right? I can't ever be just satisfied. The one thing I was upset with, not one damn version of Death Scythe in the entire place. It was all just Gundam Wing, or 8th MS, or whatever the new one is, Gundam. I don't even know, whatever the new show is. My Gregory watches it. We went and saw the movie. I want to say Seed, but I don't know. But they had all those characters, but there wasn't one Death Scythe, and I was like, meh. They had Heavy Arms, they had Shenlong, they did have an Endless Waltz, Wing Zero.
nice.
But yeah, I was kind of bummed about that.
Okay.
And then I got Turtles. So, anybody else?
Sure. So I just got 2 deliveries today. One's from NECA, more Ben Cooper kids.
Is that a little Ghostface?
Yes.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's one of the newer waves, but it's 4 of them because they had like a buy 3 get 1 free sale or something.
So that's why I'm worried that kind of shit's gonna pull me in.
Then Mars Attacks,
That's my jam right there.
and then Chucky.
I can throw that one away.
I mean, he's a bitch, but I enjoy his movies. You know, TikTok still hates it when you call Chucky a bitch. It's really weird. And then I also got this today. Woo!
You get the My Pet Monster.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Loyal Subjects Comic-Con exclusive?
So that was in stock already, and you got it.
Yes.
So where the hell are my mask toys from the con?
Well, maybe because I only ordered one thing, so it got sent out quicker versus multiple things.
Well, I only ordered the 2 transparent mask toys that they made, like they're con exclusives.
Right, but that's 2 things. I ordered 1 thing.
I can't count anymore.
That's cool.
Anything after 1 just blows my mind.
That's why I'm here for you, man. But yeah, I wasn't expecting to get that. And I'll be honest, I forgot I ordered those from NECA, the Ben Cooper kids. I saw somebody recently put on like, oh shit, I wonder if I ordered those. And then I saw I had a shipment from NECA. And honestly, I thought it was my San Diego Comic-Con exclusive coming from NECA. But no, it wasn't that. And J5's gone.
That's all right.
But yeah, so that's what I got. I think I didn't show it last week. I showed it, but we didn't go over it. From that show you did in Tampa, when I got the fucking piece.
That's right. Like one of the last pieces you need.
Yeah, the last piece I needed for all the Alien Kenner vehicles in box. So
Nice.
And what's hilarious is that I had the rule that I was only going to buy this stuff at a show. I wasn't going to go on eBay, Marketplace, anything to buy it. This one I couldn't find. I've been looking for, almost a year and a half now. Haven't seen it at a show. I went on Marketplace, and I found that on Marketplace. I messaged the guy. He wanted like $60 for it, and I messaged him to see if he would, if he'd ship it, because he was over in like Melbourne. He's like, oh yeah, when I get back from vacation, I'll put it on eBay, and you can buy it, and I'll ship it. Bet, no problem. Go to the show, and I see that one there, $60 as well. I spoke to the guy, whatever haggled it, got it for $35. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this looks real familiar. And I looked at it on Facebook, it was the same fucking guy. It was the exact same one. So, yes, for waiting, or for his vacation that apparently was the show.
That's awesome.
That shit. Hell yeah. So, done with Aliens.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Sacco.
I was telling you before we went live about the 2 shops that I went to, and one of them had some really cool stuff, and I liked looking at it. And then the other one was a retro video game store locally that's actually, it had really cool games in it. Some games I really wanted to buy that day, but I didn't. But I may go back and get later, right? So like, they had 2 of the Simpsons games from the PS2 GameCube era, and they had Simpsons Road Rage and Simpsons Hit and Run, and both those games were a ton of fun, and I don't own either of them. So I was thinking about, picking those up, but what?
So first, those in the chat or on the show who's not aware, Psycho's birthday just passed, so happy birthday, Psycho.
Thank you.
Officially on the cast. Second, You called me when you're at one of those stores. And I said, it's your birthday. Buy some shit. If you wanted them, you should have bought them shits. It was your excuse to buy some shit.
Yeah.
Now
I
you
will
can't buy your shits till next year.
I will say that one of the stores that I went to, the one that I called you from, after I got off the phone with you, I discovered they had two other alien things. And one of them the guy couldn't really tell me anything about, and then the other one, the guy who had the key to open the case for me to get a closer look at it, was somewhere else. But
Okay.
one of them was an alien, like a statue thing. It was about this big, but it was an alien in a tube, and the tube lit up. It was not a custom thing. It was a real thing. I don't know much about it. I think I might have taken a picture of it. And the other one was a big statue. It was like this. They wanted like $500 for it, but it was like a warrior alien. And when I asked about it, they're like, we don't know anything about it. That was the one that they didn't have a key to open that cabinet. But they said it had been there for a while. I'm gonna send it to you.
That's a good way to strike a deal.
Yeah.
If I was into statues still, that would be a great way to strike a deal. But statues, I got out of that game a while ago. You all right, Johnny?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with my equipment here.
We're hearing a lot of feedback.
Yeah, the echo cancellation's not shutting off.
Shutting off.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me change it.
That video game store was definitely, in my opinion, the highlight of the two different places. I may end up going back there and trading in some of the stuff that I don't want video game wise and getting some of the things that I saw there that I did want. It's just nice to find little things like that in the community, I guess.
So did you pick up anything?
I did not.
Bummer, dude.
Damn. It was your birthday.
I understand. I mean, it is what it is. I got something. My daughter bought me something cool for my birthday. It's a little like a Venom statue. It's about this big, but it holds your controller in it. So his hands are out and holds the controller. And so she's like, Daddy, this will go really nicely with your Spider-Man PlayStation, because I have the Spider-Man edition PS5.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool. She did a great job picking it out.
Yeah, that's a cool piece, man. I picked up one of those too from there's a local toy store guy about 30 minutes north of me, and he had it he has all this stuff like outside, like he's in a flea market, so he has a closed spot in the flea market, and then he has a spot outside where he puts random stuff when he's open, and he had one there, and I was like, I gotta buy that. It's Venom. Like, why can I? I could not. I have the Shredder one, and now I have the Venom one, and then I just saw that. I was in Target, and what's the one they had? I'm like, oh, it's so cool. And I was trying to think who that was. It might have been Jeff the Shark. He's just standing there like this, like to hold the controller. So, because that's like the thing right now, Rivals. But yeah, those things are cool. Those controller holders are cool.
My daughter got the Venom from Target.
Did she? That's cool. That's very cool.
My wife hates that I'll get something and I'll want it, but I won't actually like open it and do stuff. So as soon as I got to take it out of the package and everything, my wife ripped the box all apart so that I couldn't put it back in there even if I wanted to. And then like set it up, and she's like, good, now you can actually use your birthday gift. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for that.
Tony's divorced bitches for less. So
yeah. I made a really, really crappy joke today. So we just got, it's off subject, this is real world shellhead shit. So I get a message from my ex-wife, and she's like, hey, are you home? And I was like, yeah. I said, we're home. She wanted to make sure I wasn't out with the kids. And she goes, okay, cool. Make sure Damien stays in his room. And I was like, all right, cool. Because we were real worried about Damien because of the reading struggles he's been having, that he was going to be able to be moved on from 5th grade, whether they're going to let him go.
Okay.
And very, very long story short, I don't want to spend all year on this, but he has a very hard time with reading comprehension when it comes to taking tests, because he cannot focus as to what's being asked of him or what he's reading. So it's he knows what it is, he knows what it means. It's just very hard for him to slow down and do it. So when it comes time to answer a question, he gets very confused very quickly. He has terrible time with tests.
Yeah.
And so we had to basically sign off that it was okay. We know he knows what he's doing. You can let him move on. Like you basically have to tell the state you're not responsible if he's stupid, and he's not stupid. I'm just saying.
No, I get it.
So yeah, I know it's a hell of a way to put it, right, as a dad. But so anyway, she came over because we got notification today they are going to let him go on. So they let him pass. Everything's great. Very cool. Very happy day for him. So she comes in with a balloon and like, good job, blah, blah, blah. We're congratulating him. So then Gianna comes out. And so it's the four of us. Like, I'm sitting on the couch and playing this game. And, my ex-wife is talking to the kids. And Gianna goes, so what else? And I go, well, I'm glad I have you guys here because your mother and I are getting divorced again. I thought it was funny. Damien was like, really? And I'm like, nah, man, that's not how it works. But, and then, of course, my ex turns around and gives me, like, the face. And I'm like, what? I thought it was funny. So, I don't know.
If my dad had said that when I was a kid, I probably would have laughed, in my tears, but eventually. Like,
woo! But, yeah, so I'm raising well-rounded children. That's all I can say. But, so, anyway. So, yeah, so I want to, like, double back before we do the con exclusive thing, because, I know it's going to take a while, but. So, we went to a store. One more thing before I jump into, like, the Playmates crap again, but we went into a store while we were in the mall for the Gundam pop-up thing, and it's called Heroes and Villains.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it, but
I've heard of it. I've never been to it, but I've definitely seen groups talk about it.
It's what now?
It's an online store, but they have retail outlets now.
So I don't know. Is that what their whole thing is?
If it's the place I'm thinking about, because I've been buying stuff from there for years online, because my wife usually finds a bunch of stuff on there that she likes. I have this badass backpack that I got from them, which, if it's, like I said, if it's the same place, their stuff is usually very good quality.
So I will tell you that when I went in there, I thought it was a Funko store at first, because it was just wall-to-wall Funko when you first walk in.
Mm-hmm.
And they have regular, the air conditioning's not on, don't know why, you're in a mall, but there's like two racks of like Funkos that are like current, right? I guess like they just came out or something like that, I guess, or whatever they're stocking. And then the rest are like older things that you probably found at Walmart or Target at one point, and those were priced appropriately, and that's whatever. And then they had a whole section of Loungefly bags and a whole thing of T-shirts, and then behind the cash wrap is like Living Dead dolls and Hot Toys and stuff. There's really no rhyme or reason to the store though. Like there's shit everywhere. And then on the back wall, on the very top, was all huge NECA figures. So case in point, they had my Jason there, my Friday the 13th that I just got. They had the Aliens, they had Batman, they had freaking Deadpool, like all these quarter scale NECA figures, just all the way across the top. No turtles, which was weird. And then they had another area that was like Marvel Legends threw up. It was just Marvel Legends everything. And one thing I almost bought, but then I looked on eBay and realized the price point didn't make sense really, was for $30, they had it marked as clearance, but it was this giant Venom, but it looked like it was almost in a Super 7 box. Does that make sense?
Okay.
You guys, I would have thought you guys of all people would have known what I'm talking about. So it's only like a $26 figure, but it's a pretty big, beefy Venom, and he comes in a box that, honest to God, looks like one of those Super 7 Ultimates boxes. But it said Legends on the front. So,
are you sure? Which is weird because I'm not sure if you remember, but a couple of shows ago, one of the last shows I was actually partaking in, remember I brought a Venom that was in a NECA style box. It said Legends on the front, where it was a big ass Venom, and everything on the back said like it was that fucking movie that you like with the fucking robots and the kaijus.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, it was like on the back it said Gypsy Danger and everything. Like they took the NECA Pacific Rim packaging and made it, bootlegged it with this fucking Venom character, and I sold it for like $50.
So
it's a knockoff from AliExpress, but I'm wondering if it's something similar to that.
It's this one. I got the picture right here. So it's weird. It's $90. I mean, it's on Amazon though. But these guys had it for $30, and the box was a little rough. But I honestly, looking at it, it was one of those figures that I would have to take out of the box and put him somewhere. I don't know where because I don't do that in my life. But let me see if I can get this screen.
Oh, so are we going to share this anytime soon, or are we just going to sit and...
It's
that's Marvel Legends Monster Venom. Yeah, that's normal. Okay.
Yeah, so... But I thought for $30, it's pretty cool.
And you saw that there in the package for $30?
There's like 7 of them.
Bro, I sold those down at that Florida, the South Florida show that we did for Anthony. I sold loose ones for $40 a piece.
Dude, they're all $30 at that mall, and then when I went to eBay, they were $26.
Wow. But that's an official Marvel Legends figure. Yeah, you could have gotten that at Walmart.
So, but pretty rad. So I was like, it's a cool figure, and they had a bunch of other stuff that they were a little overpriced on. I didn't grab the Venom. Looking back, I kind of wish I would have. It was only, like I said, it was only $30. And then we left, and yeah, I really didn't. Excuse me.
And which mall
Other
was
than
this
that,
at?
huh?
Which mall was this at?
Third time, Florida Mall, Orlando.
It's in okay, just making sure because I'm trying to find the store because like when I look up the store's name, nothing comes up. When you look up heroes and villains, it brings up a store inside Disney Springs that is not heroes and villains.
No, yeah. I mean, how far is Florida Mall from you? It can't be more than 45 minutes.
Probably because I've been really considering getting another quarter scale Predator. I got an itch to get one I don't have. And if they have a bunch of quarter scales, they might have one of the quarter scale Predators I need.
They had a quarter scale Predator. So it's $200. Everything quarter scale, didn't matter what it was $200. I don't think they checked any of their pricings. They're just like 200, 200, 200.
But which one, though? That's the question.
That I couldn't tell you. I just know there was a Predator. But they had like, they had the horror ones, which was cool. I didn't see Leatherface.
There isn't a Leatherface. I looked into it for you. NECA hasn't done Leatherface yet.
Well, then that makes sense. But yeah, a bunch of quarter scale shit. So it's worth going and checking out. Not saying you're going to buy anything unless it's maybe a clearance figure that you see on their clearance shelf. But other than that, I mean, they had a cool Voltron t-shirt. It was just too busy for me. I would have bought it otherwise. But so I guess two things. I don't know really, but I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I am so fucking tired of hearing about the Power Rangers Megazord thing with Playmates. I don't know what's going on, but like all of a sudden everybody's losing their shit for the Thunder Zord, and I don't know if it's because it just came out. I don't know if it's because there's too much hype between that and the, we talked about it last week, right? That Kickstarter that Playmates is going to do.
The Kickstarter wasn't up when we talked about it last week. It came up the day or two after that.
When did we talk about it? Because we talked about it on the cast.
We talked about it last Tuesday, and there was no Kickstarter. You had said maybe they'll do some sort of crowdfunding, or Chris said it. Maybe they'll do some sort of crowdfunding. Then 2 days later,
it just got announced. So
yeah.
Okay. All right. So people are losing their shit over it, which leads me to believe, and I was actually talking to Johnny about this today when I was on my way home from work, and I said, it leads me to believe that thing is going to be something worth grabbing, if only because it's a Kickstarter, so it's not going to be in the stores. It's not going to be something that gets produced otherwise. It's going to be crowdfunded, which means the availability will be limited, which means it's probably going to be one of those stupid things that it's this chunk of shit plastic, but somehow it's worth like $200 because you couldn't get it otherwise.
It's so weird that they're doing like crowdfunding. I can see happening, right? Like Hasbro's done. A lot of companies have done the whole crowdfunding thing. Cool. But to me, it just sounds strange to have a big company like Playmates or Hasbro or Mattel using Kickstarter specifically. Like when I think Kickstarter, I think like up and coming, new projects, independent scene trying to make the money to make something. You're Playmates. Just fucking set up on your website the same way Hasbro has Pulse or has their, whatever the fuck they're called. HasLabs. Set up a fucking Playmates version and do it. Like using Kickstarter, I feel is just strange. It's a strange choice for a established company that's 40 plus years old.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like they're already creating it. I'm talking about it. They're going to create a hype behind it. So that toy's going to have a shit ton of hype. And you've already got people who are losing their fucking minds for the Thunder Megazord. I don't hear as much chatter about the White Tiger Zord, even though it's out there and people are finding it. But they're absolutely losing their shit over the Thunder Zord. And, like we were talking about it before, if they do crowdfund the Dragon Zord, they could crowdfund Titanus. What would be the difference? They do one, they might as well keep going. If they're the bigger ones, they don't want to shelf.
They very well might. But then this also makes me hopeful for other companies, right? Because like we've seen Hasbro do their stuff, right? The HasLabs, stuff that's too big. But
Right.
the HasLabs are stuff that's $350, $400, $500 too big. Whereas this is setting a new precedence for the lower scale.
Tier. Yeah.
I can't see that Dragon Zord really going for more than $85, right? $80. So if it works, I would be curious if other companies might step in and do that. Like Walmart, Target won't support this figure or this accessory, vehicle, whatever. Let's throw it on a Kickstarter, and we'll do it that way. Like maybe it'll set a new precedence for that.
Yeah, I mean that's possible. I guess I agree with you. I don't know why Kickstarter of all platforms they chose.
Yeah, it's strange because Kickstarter takes a cut. You think Playmates be like, we want all the coin. We're gonna set up a website. We'll do it ourselves. Ask Hasbro for tips. You already have a partnership with Hasbro. It's Hasbro's license. Like, but
I wonder if the retail point, like you said, is going to be like $79.99 or $89.99, or let's say it's $89.99, but there's a $10 that we don't see. That $10 is what Kickstarter will keep, and then the rest will go to Playmates. So Playmates really isn't going to get $89 for it. They're going to get the $70. I'm just making up numbers.
all right.
They're going to get the $79 retail, which is more than what Playmates needs out of that toy. But I don't know, man. I'm just like I feel like every time I open my phone, all of the collectors groups, I'm just like, God damn it, I get it. The Zord's out. Just go buy it and shut up. I'm just tired of hearing about them.
I just love that. I mean, how quickly things change, right? It was just last week we were talking about the toys, and I specifically said I think Playmates needs to just say, fuck it, focus on the kids line, and just run with it. Stop trying to make like a collectibles. Like, just make the kids line. If they're trash by collector standards, who gives a shit? You're making it for kids, because collectors will still buy it. You know what I mean? Just make a good kids toy. Don't worry about the collector range. I feel like they'll get more longevity if they make a good kids toy, because the kids will buy it, right? And then you get the collectors buying it too. They can get more usability and longer run with that type of thing. And then the very next day, all of a sudden, oh, this is here, that's here, this, oh, here's right. Like, it's like, oh, man, they're doubling down. So really what I'm saying is that Power Ranger fans should be thanking us for telling Playmates to do that and them listening. Is what I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I just feel like the collectors are the one. Well, we said this before too. The collectors are the ones bitching about availability and so on and so forth. And I'm just like, it's not a good toy. It's not even a good toy. No. It's just a really shitty children's toy, and these guys are losing their fucking minds over it.
And they're getting pissed off, and a lot of them are just saying it's bad. Oh, it's shit, and then they're still buying it, and that's keep buying them. You're just gonna make the line run longer and successful for kids or for that lower bracket of toy. Like, have that.
Well, so a lot of the Power Ranger collectors, they'll bitch when something is not good, but they'll still buy it anyway because they have to have it. They have to have the thing, even if it's not good, just because they have to have it.
Have you seen half of Tony's turtle collection? It's the same thing.
Whoa. Easy now. Shots fired. Easy now.
How many of the turtle reissues do you have?
You don't get to not talk the entire cast and then just chime in when somebody's ripping on me, dude. Johnny's like, I just like to put my hand up and say not wrong. All right, I'm back out. Also, he's not wrong. So, yeah, I guess to Psycho's point, I'll buy shit sometimes just because it's turtles. Case in point, I bought a little bitty remote-controlled party wagon because it was $5.99 at Target. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that for $5.99. So I haven't opened it yet, though. I kind of want to open it and drive it around. But in any case, but yeah, so it's fucking wild, man. Like, Playmates is getting, it's so weird. Playmates, like, all of a sudden has all of these eyes on it. Like, it's almost like it was intentional. It's like, hey, we're going out. We're going to go out with a bang. Not like they're going out of business, but we're going to go out with a bang and let's create all this hype over everything we put out. And now every idiot who's a collector who's a fan of the lines, at least, is going nuts buying this crap, and they're showing everybody. And they're like, hey, did you get yours? You better hurry up because they're sold out at my store. I've never seen this kind of like craziness since we had that shit going on with NECA like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's NECA quality crazy out there for Playmates right now.
And like you said, it's shit toys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
With the exception of
buying that shit, man. Oh god.
with the exception of I haven't opened one of these yet. I didn't watch the review. I know somebody showed me. But these look great. They really do. It doesn't look like shit quality. It looks like a cool toy, and I really think these are going to be a thing, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but I think come the end of the
I
year,
don't want the Shredder one.
the Cobra Commander Shredder.
Yeah.
People are ripping on the April figure, though.
Are they?
They
Yeah.
always rip on April figures.
Well, no, because if you go back to the prototype they showed and then compare it to what was actually released, there's a bunch of pictures doing that online. Like, it's really not even close. Like, the prototype figure and the final figure are not even close at all, and people are ripping on it. And of course, they're holding up Slash, which is like the best figure in the line, and they're like, so you can do this amazing thing, but you can't even make this closer to the prototype. Like, it's crazy.
And so that's something that when it comes down to the toy world, that is very annoying, right? Like I can't really tell. Like I didn't study the pictures and know what the real difference is.
She looks like Scarlet. She looks like Scarlet more than April.
So what I'm about to say is it's a general consensus of like the collector world, but it's like when they start showing prototypes, it kind of kills a lot of momentum and stuff because a lot of times people don't seem to understand it's a prototype. It's most likely going to change in some way, right? And then at the same time, you have to appease G.I. Joe and you have to appease Nickelodeon to make sure that they like what you've done. So who knows that maybe Nickelodeon came back, hey, that prototype, yeah, we have to make these changes. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different things that could have affected why it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
I don't think people had this idea that Playmates is like, you know what, we're changing her, but there's a lot of other powers at hand that can cause those changes to happen that Playmates can't control. They just have to abide by, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Alex called me today because Alex asked me if I'd gotten the G.I. Joe stuff yet, and I told him I said I had only found the helicopter and the Ostriker, and I got those straight off the Target website. Like I told you guys before, I've kind of like stopped purposely hunting. I went the other day, I hit a couple targets just to get out with Damien for a couple hours, but for the most part, I've kind of like stopped purposely hunting. It's just if I go to Target and they have it, great. And these figures, for some reason, well, not for some reason, I know the reason why. People are getting stupid about them. So they're going to the store. Well, case in point, Steve, one of our regulars, Steve bought 4 Storm Shadows. And I'm like, what are you going to do with 4 Storm Shadows? I don't know. I think they're cool. And I can't blame them. I used to do that kind of stuff too. But you bought 4 Storm Shadows. Now nobody else can go to the store and find the Storm Shadow because you bought them all up. Steve.
So basically what Tony's saying
20 figures gets us nowhere, Steve.
Basically what you're saying is that because of Steve, you can't find them yourself in the store.
Correct. I like to blame others for my problems.
Fair.
So, but my Target hasn't had any of them. I'm waiting, they come up great. I mean, I can't wait, but I'm not doing anything beyond that. Which kind of transitions into where we're talking about, like, we're going to start talking about the con exclusives. And
well, no, just if there's going to be an announcements, like the big announcements that will be popping up, right?
So
I figure
you brought up
tomorrow
one.
night is preview night, so we'll get the first taste of announcements and reveals. It's only like 3 or 4 hours long, and then Thursday will be the first official day where they're dropping new this, new that. Information will be coming out in droves of all kinds of stuff. And, they'll be dropping reveals and stuff all the way, usually through Friday. Saturday's usually a pretty calm day for reveals, but the next 3 days is going to be potentially a lot of stuff coming out and reveals being shown for the rest of the year and the beginning of the first quarter of next year.
So I haven't heard or seen shit for Turtles other than the couple things that we've already kind of like been giving any like privy to way back when. I did hear and I don't care, but there's a bunch of Star Wars shit going to come out. I guess they're making what is that thing called? Rancor. I guess there's a giant Rancor coming out. I don't know what the logistics are behind it, if it's superposable, what the specifics are, but
Wasn't that a HasLab that failed?
we talked about that. Wasn't that Rancor one of the ones that failed?
Yeah.
So that's supposed to be coming out. And who knows? Maybe it's the one that failed out that they didn't finish producing or something. I don't fucking know. Maybe they did it now. But I wanted to bring up, we had a healthy talk about the Ghostbusters, right? The Ecto Glows. And I said if there's another release coming out that I kind of went easy peasy and said maybe it's just going to be Ecto Glow Janine. Maybe she's going to be the exclusive. But then in the chat, Stuart made a good point. And then it got me thinking, oh, shit, maybe I need to get on this now. What if they made an Ecto Glow Firehouse?
First of all,
does anybody want to see this really quick? Can you guys read that?
No.
It literally says Batman calling.
Okay. So
that's fantastic.
With that idea, I will quote the great poet Tupac. Fuck your bitch and the click you claim, wishing that upon us, okay? Like, if they were to bring a Ecto Glow Firehouse, it'd be great, but Jesus, that's going to be not insanely expensive, but that's going to be expensive.
$200.
Yeah, easy, all day.
I don't think that's crazy for something like that.
No, it's not crazy, but it's crazy. It's not like, oh my God, that's out of this world, but it's like, that's, fuck. Like, it's $200
like these days, right now, that's a little much.
Like, I could do it, and I would do it. Don't get me wrong. Like, fuck. Like, I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I would, and I'd have to, but I don't want to.
These days,
I don't want to do this.
Especially because I've bought like 2 of everything else Ecto Glow. Then I have to buy 2 fucking Fire. Like, Jesus Christ, Tony.
So, like, I'm seriously, I keep telling myself no, but I seriously am considering because I do like what they look like. I'm thinking about jumping on the Ecto Glow bandwagon. And I feel like if I do it, I better do it now before it starts getting silly. But there is only so much they can make, right?
No.
I mean,
how big was the line originally?
So because of like this, right? The line itself, Ecto Glow, was 5 figures. The 4 Ghostbusters and Louis Tully. That was the line. So
what they're doing now is just an addition to, like, the car and whatnot?
Right. So the car was never done. It was never even hinted at. So they made it. They made the 2 ghosts, the Slimer and the Stay Puft, because they're making Ecto Glow. Then they're making the helicopter that comes with Louis Tully. But the helicopter was originally designed. It was just never released, right? So they could, in theory, do a Ecto Glow Firehouse or Ecto Glow this, Ecto Glow Janine, Ecto Glow fucking anything. And they could do it because that's what they've already done, right? So they could definitely do it. The only thing that I'm against, so not against, that I see them doing, if they were to do a Firehouse, I don't think it would be Ecto Glow.
I think it'd be rad, though.
Huh?
I think that'd be rad.
No, it would be rad. I wouldn't put it against them doing it eventually. But I just feel like if they're going to do the redo of the Kenner Firehouse, I feel like they would do the Kenner Firehouse, the original version first. Because that fetches high dollar. It's a big item. And if they were to reproduce, I feel like that would be a big seller. Because Ecto Glow, people bought it, but it's not a huge thing that people are buying because you could have gotten the figures until recently on the website still from last year's San Diego Comic-Con. But I think the actual Firehouse, doing something with that, I feel like that might get more sales enough to then let them do an Ecto Glow in the future and make it worth their while to do that. I think the normal Firehouse would be the smarter way to go.
And Tony, if you were asking what more could they do, I kind of agree with you there. I don't think we would get any more Ecto Glow things. If they were to do a Firehouse, I think that would be the end. They're not going to do all the transforming ghosts in Ecto Glow. Maybe we get a Janine, right? Like maybe we get a Janine in a jumpsuit, Ecto Glow, but it's not like they're going to do every single thing in Ecto Glow. I think that the line has like a definitive ending point.
So the only thing that goes against that is in one of the other podcasts I watch, they had a rep from Hasbro who works on the Ghostbusters line, and they were talking about it, and he said, be on the lookout, there's more Ecto Glow to come.
Yeah, like, so we can see it, and we can see a Firehouse, and then that can be it.
Okay, yeah, but in the context, you didn't watch the thing. The context was like, oh, we might have 1 or 2, like, the way he made it sound, and he could have been lying, but the way he made it sound was like there's more to come.
Well, we could end up with a whole nother, because they have the molds, right? So they've already redone. They already redid the proton gun, right? The wand.
They started doing fucking proton and
but we had that, right? We had the retro play wand.
No,
wasn't there a reproduction of the retro?
No,
really?
Yeah, you got a reproduction when they first started releasing the reproductions of the
PKE meter.
Well, no, it was a little wand, and it would shoot those marshmallow-shaped foam things.
It was a marshmallow gun. It was
Yeah.
Okay,
but we didn't get anything else.
We didn't get the fucking.
No, we've gotten movie wands and movie stuff, but we haven't gotten anything real Ghostbusters. No.
Well, they could turn around and reproduce the proton pack in an ecto glow, and because they've got the molds for that shit.
There is a lot of speculation that because they said at the show there's supposed to be drops, and people are also speculating that it could potentially be real Ghostbusters, the cartoon versions of a proton pack, PKE meters, to give the role play that they've done already for the movies the real Ghostbuster treatment. Which, if that's the case, that would be crazy, and people would.
I'd rather have the firehouse.
My wallet doesn't want any of that. I want all of that, but my wallet doesn't want any of that.
I'd rather have the firehouse. I think that'd be cool. But that, again, I keep going back and forth on them. It's like, okay, I'm going to buy those, and what am I going to do with them? I'm going to sit on them. I didn't really have any interest to buy them originally, so why would I buy them now? But the only thing I can think of is if they did the firehouse, that's something I think would be cool, and I could get behind that. But then if I've got the firehouse, well, then I got to have the rest of the shit. That would only make sense for me.
And my biggest issue with Hasbro trying to they won't do a firehouse or they wouldn't do an Ecto. Hasbro, anything is possible. Just because I don't think they would, they very well could, because they've done crazier shit. You know what I mean? They've done stuff that doesn't make sense, stuff that doesn't logically, and they'll fucking do it. So they very well could do any of that. Like, they could go through and make all the ghosts that they've had as Ecto-Glow, the fucking bug-eyed ghost, the toilet fucking fearsome flush. They could make all the ghosts everything Ecto-Glow. Who the fuck knows? Like, it's crazy. They could, in theory, do anything. Because Hasbro is very much a wild card. And if anything, anybody who's followed Hasbro and Ghostbusters knows, is that Hasbro is not really doing great by Ghostbusters. They kind of dropped the ball with them. So it wouldn't be out of character for them to do something that would fuck up and not make sense, because they've done a lot of shit that doesn't make sense with Ghostbusters.
Hasbro doesn't really do great by any of their IPs that they have.
Not anymore.
Except for like Marvel Legends. Like if you're a strict Marvel Legends fan, you're eating great with Hasbro. They're fucking like servicing everybody when it comes to Marvel.
It's like I don't know. I kind of feel like with the whole, like you were talking about with the the flush, I don't know the fucking names, dude, fearsome flush, whatever, all those ghosts and shit.
Yeah,
they have the molds, so like you said, they can turn around and just be like, yep, Ecto Glow, fucking everything we have a mold for.
Absolutely.
I mean, it wouldn't make any sense, but they could still produce it and people would buy it just to have the Ecto Glow version. First of all, glow in the dark anything is cool, and I'm a sucker for glow in the dark shit. So
part of me, what I really hope they do is that what they're announcing or drop, whatever, it's more vintage Kenner stuff. Doesn't have to be Ecto Glow, just more vintage Kenner stuff, right? Whether it be a Ghostbuster house or more figures, more of the ghosts and shit, or if they dare, dabble into Extreme Ghostbusters, the other cartoon, because that has a huge fan base and it hasn't had any representation. Like
the kid with the wheelchair.
If they did that,
if they never even made him,
they'd have to release Garrett.
What?
I was saying, if they did the Extreme Ghostbusters, they would have to finally release Garrett.
Yes, exactly. That's precisely what I was gonna say. But yeah, the same way they did they redid the fucking helicopter for Ectoglow that they never released. They could do Garrett because they never released him in the wheelchair. Like, he was never a toy. They made it, they prototyped it, and never released it. So they
rolled right past it.
They did. Right out the window.
Psycho got hyped for that. It looked like he was dropping his pants for a second.
So
he got damn excited.
Down, bro.
They very well could, and that would make sense. Do the fucking Extreme Ghostbusters and finally release Garrett. People would put their shit.
Yeah, we'll have to. I mean, I guess we'll have to see. I mean, when is that drop? They're going to announce not tomorrow.
22nd, technically. I think it's 22nd or 23rd.
Tomorrow.
Yes, so that would be tomorrow.
I
guess we'll wait and see. So if they announce the Firehouse, my ass is all in on Ecto Glows.
I mean,
what if it's not an Ecto Glow Firehouse?
Well, then I'm not buying shit. I don't care.
Well, you're fucking weird.
Sensibility has definitely changed since Extreme Ghostbusters, though, right? Because wasn't the first action figure that any major company released with a wheelchair Professor X for the first X-Men movie? Because even the original Toy Biz X-Men did not release Professor X with the wheelchair. They always released him being able to stand without any kind of chair. And that was part of the reason why Garrett didn't get released, was because when they talked about it, they're like, you can't have a character in a wheelchair that's released. But since then, we've had Barbie in a wheelchair, right? Like, we've had a bunch of different Professor X figures that use actual wheelchairs, not like hover chairs. So, I mean...
Wheelchair Barbie?
You would think they would be able to release that figure now. Like, people would freak out.
The 80s and 90s were very weird times with discrimination, right? Like, it discriminated against the guy in the wheelchair. In the 80s, they didn't put Winston on any of the merchandise, right? Like, they just didn't put
Well, that's a whole different reason altogether. But
like, a lot of discrimination. Like,
Barbie in a wheelchair. So her legs don't bend, her knees, so she's just sitting like this.
They do. Actually, the Barbie things do bend now.
Yeah, but not back then.
No, but what I'm saying is now, that's what I'm saying. Like, now we've had Barbie in a wheelchair. We've had a bunch of different Professor X figures where he has the wheelchair. It would make sense that they could actually release, right? Because Hasbro did, for just recently, when they did the like throwback X-Men movie Marvel Legends line, there was a Professor X in a wheelchair. I'm fairly certain there was.
I love how that was just dead silence, knowing that's about to go over to Spotify later. Somebody's going to be like, is this working?
Well, see, you're lucky, Tony, because I have a set that it gets rid of, like, dead air. It just, like, cuts it out automatically. In theory. Marvel Legends did what now with Professor X?
Just recently, they did a line where they did a whole bunch of, like, the Fox movie figures, right? They did X-Men Origins Wolverine figure. They did a bunch of things, and there was one that was Professor X from the first X-Men movie in a wheelchair, I thought.
I don't recall that. Maybe?
How would he fit in the blister pack?
Yeah, I know we've gotten Professor X in Marvel Legends in a wheelchair from the cartoon series. Just recently, exclusive is the X-Men 97, and then they did, like... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't buy that shit.
They did the 2-pack that had you could be Ian McKellen, Michael Fassbender, Patrick Stewart, and James McAvoy. Yeah.
That's not even a good...
That looks horrible.
That's not even a good wheelchair. They're just like, yeah, this one's fine. Take it from this hospital kids play line and throw it in the blister pack.
I completely forgot that one even came out. That thing was
so
fucking...
That wheelchair was because if you look in the beginning of the second X-Men First Class movie, what was it? The second one, Days of Future Past, right? Where Wolverine comes back. The wheelchair that James McAvoy's Professor X is in is that one. And then there was a wheelchair like that used in the first X-Men movie with Patrick Stewart as well. And that's kind of why they used that design. But my point is, they didn't release the Garrett figure when Extreme Ghostbusters was out because society at that point allegedly said that it was distasteful to release a toy figure in a wheelchair, right? And since then, the sensibility has changed. We've had all these toys release that show handicapped people, right? And so what I was saying is...
Handy-capable.
Yeah. What I was saying is, like, we would have to get, like, if they're going to redo Extreme Ghostbusters, we'd have to actually get the Garrett figure. Like, it would actually have to happen.
I think it would just handicap the line. Somebody had to say it.
No,
we're all thinking it.
No, we weren't. I did want to bring something else up that has nothing to do with Hasbro, and I know that I don't think any of you guys in here care about it at all, but I do.
Then definitely bring it up. It'll be great.
The announcement, yeah. the announcement of the X-Files Lego set today.
Sorry. I don't know why that was funny for me. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
That was real. I saw a picture of it. I thought that was just like a fan-made thing. I didn't even know that was real.
No, it's definitely real. They did a whole announcement video with Gillian Anderson essentially debuting the thing. I thought the set looked great, and I'm excited to get it when it comes out. So, I don't know. The video was short. It was pretty cool. She gets back into character as Dana Scully for a little bit of it, and the design for the set I thought looked really cool. But I know you guys don't care about Lego, and apparently you're not X-Men fans either. So
I like X-Men. I also like X-Files.
X-Files, yeah. But I am an X-Files fan, and I thought it was cool. So,
But,
So
I'm an
this is
X-Files
real?
fan.
on the topic of Legos, you guys know Mattel Creations, right?
Yeah.
yep.
So I'm excited for this. Skeletor's Havoc Staff.
But that's not Legos.
Yeah, it's
It's
Mega
Lego
Block.
enough.
Mega
That's the
Block.
Canadian bootleg Lego.
Dude. Tell me that's not badass, though.
It's not.
It is not.
What?
The thing that I sent you months ago, like of Skeletor's like actual staff,
Yeah,
was
that's
badass.
bad.
This is not.
What?
I think you can still buy it on Mattel Creations.
Dear Christ on a cracker.
Hey Tony, I don't know about that, man. That looks kind of shitty.
Thought it was awesome.
I feel like
No.
the X-Files one's cooler than that, to be honest.
Fine, let's just look up wheelchairs then. Let's just change subject.
Actually, you know what I am kind of excited about from Mattel is that Jim that Skeletor. He does
I
look
don't know
kind
what
of
it is.
cool.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's fucking
Really?
Skeletor dressed in gym gear with a fucking.
Yeah.
The movie.
Yeah. They're doing another thing too. It's not just that. What's the other one? They're
It's
doing?
the date night one.
In the
Yeah,
suit.
the
Yeah.
Leisure Suit Larry version, yeah.
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 Yeah, that's good shit.
But just to touch on, because I don't want Psycho to feel bad or anything. But no,
I don't
I'm
care.
gonna look into the X-Files set more because I thought it was fake, so I passed it by. I have to look into it because I do like X-Files and Lego at the time. So,
Now this, Tony,
oh god,
is what you should have pulled up when you pulled up Mattel Creations and the Skeletor Havoc staff.
careful telling Tony to pull things. He'll pull it all right.
This is what you should have. This is what.
That looks fucking stupid too.
It's not Lego.
I didn't say it was Lego.
I've seen an unboxing of this. It actually does look pretty cool.
It's got smoke effects and all sorts of stuff.
I feel like I could buy that Spirit Halloween for $20.
I mean,
Never.
we'll find out.
I don't
We'll
think they have
probably-
anything at Spirit Halloween for $20.
Oh, we can put the coupon on it, baby.
Just those paper things when you leave where it's like you can put your name on it, those are $20. That's fine.
Well, that's you're donating to children, you cheap fuck. Give them $20.
Anyway,
Careful, half America might take you serious and attempt to. So,
God. All right, so keep rolling. So the con predictions. What do you guys think?
all right. So, you want to kind of go company?
I don't care.
All right. So, you have your big companies who will be there. Obviously, you got the Mattels, Hasbro's, NECA, Mondo will probably have a huge showing. Jada Toys will be there. And
They're
then
doing Mega
obviously-
Man, aren't they?
They have Mega Man, yeah.
Yeah, they're the company doing the Mega Mans. Okay.
So, I mean, I think one of the biggest ones that we all have fandoms of would be NECA. Would probably be one of the more round the table for all of us. And I'll let one of you guys start with it. Go at it. What do you think? What are you predicting we're going to see? Versus also, what do you hope to you hope to see?
I don't.
NECA?
Hold on. First, I thought that says Spaceballs T shit. So I was like, what the fuck are we talking about?
She is right. There's an exclusive like T-shirt and shit. A whole bunch of like hype around the movie and whatever merch they intend to make for the movie. So,
All right.
kind of cool.
Who's making the figures? That's all I want to know.
I have no idea.
I mean, I don't know that they're able to make figures.
They should be able to now. That was a thing back then, but now it shouldn't be an issue.
Hopefully.
Back then back then the whole reason they didn't make the Spaceballs figures because of Star Wars.
Yes, because George Lucas said, I'll let you parody my movies, but
Correct.
you can't make figures out of it. And to this day, we still haven't really gotten Spaceballs figures.
So
I
But
don't.
there would have
not
been
in
no.
charge of Star Wars anymore.
There would have been no reason to just
Yeah, but
put
now
out
it's owned by
Spaceballs figures.
Disney, so I don't necessarily know that Disney's going to relent and be like, "Oh yeah, no, that agreement you signed with George, don't worry about it."
Well, yeah, no, because they wouldn't have to, because now there's different ownership. They'd have to redo an agreement. And the fact that they're letting them make the second movie kind of says that they're somewhat cool with it. So, what do you guys think about NECA? Let's just go with NECA. What do you?
NECA sucks.
Cool. All right, John.
I don't know what we're going to get from NECA. What I would like to see from NECA is an announcement, and I've talked about this before. Is an announcement that they're going to re-release the Turtle Lair for the figures, because they've said they're going to do that and they have not. But for new things, I'd really like a cheapskate for the 87 line, and I want an expansion of the 2012 line. Like, I'd love to see a Leatherhead, because that's from season 1. Obviously, in April,
Well, I feel like expansion is a given with the 2012 line, right?
yeah,
Like, as long as the rumors of NECA losing the license isn't true, I feel like the probability of there being 2012 stuff is almost a given. Like, they're running wild with that line. So I'm with you on that.
Am I the
Yes.
only one that
Plus
doesn't
who? I don't
remember?
give a shit who. Just give me more.
I don't remember there being a lair.
the Turtle Lair, the sewer.
Wait, didn't
Not for
we only get?
2012.
No, I know not for 2012. The NECA one. So didn't we do? Did we get the lair? Do I own the lair?
Yeah,
You do.
got the lair. So here's the thing. I didn't buy the lair when it was available because I didn't get the diorama, right? And then,
Okay.
like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, NECA's like, hey, we're putting the diorama back up. And in the product page description for the diorama when it was put back up, it said, for those people that missed out on the sewer lair and Donnie's lab, we will be putting both of those things back up for people to purchase again at a later time. And nothing has ever come back out. Nothing has ever been said by it. And so I bought the diorama, the street level diorama, but they never put back up the lair or Donnie's lab. So I still don't have those two things.
Okay, so that means I have it.
You do have it, Tony. It's probably part of built into your walls of shit somewhere, holding
You're
up
probably
everything
right.
else. You do have it.
I don't know. Are we staying on turtles?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that giant Krang's gonna end up coming out. I think that's gonna get it. Whether it gets announced now or not, I don't know. But I think that's gonna come out. I think there's too many people squawking about it. Too many people asking for it. And if NECA can get $200 out of it, they will. Because I don't think NECA's come out with anything that's been over $200, except with with the exception of the van. Right? The van was $399 or whatever.
I think it was 250.
Was
Yeah, it was because I paid $500 for both, so I could grab one for Chris, and then he had to pay me back. It was $499 plus tax and shipping.
So you figure figure wise that if they're going to make the Krang, it's probably going to be $199, and I think that's going to end up coming to fruition.
So looking at the previous pictures of the Krang, because they stopped taking it to the shows, right? Which that tells you that they might not do it because they stopped bringing it around, even though it was originally just a display piece. It wasn't even built to be a figure. But look at the size of it. It's roughly 20 to 22 inches tall, which would put it in the same height as their quarter scale aliens. They're 20 inches. So, I mean, 200, definitely I could see them doing it, but that almost seems too much when all their quarter scale figures right now are currently going for, I think, 135 to 150.
So what's the last quarter scale we got though that they produced?
Go on, what is it? Fucking Pennywise?
Okay, so
But if you go on Target right now, there's a bunch of quarter scales on Target right now for
right, but you can't go by that. I'm going by like as NECA releases things, right? They keep raising their prices.
Bro, but even
So-
the redos, like the Jason Voorhees, you can get on their website, right? On Target's website is like the 150 mark also. The price
That's what I'm saying. So
with them, they're all sitting there.
yeah, like quarter scale art is 129.
Oh, there you go, Art the Clown. That's who I meant, not Pennywise.
Yeah, so I still think it would be at least $149.
Yeah, I think 150. If it's really that, at first, I swear, when they first showed that thing, that they said that was like damn near 30 inches tall. But then when I looked at the picture, you can see it standing next to one of the rooftop dioramas, and I looked at the size of the rooftop diorama. It's only like 18 inches. I was like, oh, so it's not 30 something inches like I for some reason remember it being. So I can see
Of course.
150, maybe one. We have to also make the Krang the fit size, so an extra piece. So maybe the 170, 180. I can see them getting away with.
I never knew NECA had a quarter scale Kratos figure.
So, how tall is the diorama? You said, Chris, the street
18
diorama.
inches. And that's not including like the background piece. That's just
Yeah, not the cardboard, right? That's just floor to
yeah, this
platform.
is from floor up to the roof of the building. Yeah, it's like 18 and a half inches, and the crank stands a little above that, so maybe roughly 20 inches on crank.
So, do the quarter scale figures have articulation?
Absolutely, fully articulated, 30 something points of articulation, like just like an action figure, or what 6 inch scale figure.
I mean, the only thing that I would question then, and I guess it doesn't make much difference from like a production standpoint. The Krang just seems, and again, I haven't seen it for a while, but the Krang figure looks to be significantly more bulky than a lot of the other quarter scale NECA figures that I've seen. Like it looks, because Krang's got that awkward, like super ridiculously heavy top. It kind of most of the quarter figures I've seen, the Superman, the Batman, the Alien, the Predator, they're not like super bulky. So
Well,
maybe that would make the price higher. I don't know.
so the only thing I can think of, the turtles, right? So because the turtles have the shells, they themselves are bulkier. If you took a turtle and they're roughly 16 inches because they're in scale, so
Okay.
roughly 16. If you took that turtle and proportioned it up to 20 inches evenly, he'd get it wider. It'd probably be about as bulky.
So was
But
the Krang bigger? Because you said that you saw it next to the diorama. So was it bigger than the diorama or smaller than
It
the
looks bigger
diorama?
than a quarter scale toy, in my
yeah,
opinion.
that's what I said. It's bigger. That's why I said it's probably like around the 20 to 22 inch mark.
So it would have to be
Depending on how far
149
the angle of the camera and how far it was, but it was right next to it and it was taller than it, so it's probably around the 20-inch mark if anything.
Gotcha.
Trying to think. I don't have anything. I don't think I have any statues that are.
I mean, Chris should have aliens and predators somewhere near him that are quarter
Well,
scale.
that's not true. You can kind of see in the background. Well, see the turtles behind the turtles.
I mean, it's super dark, but yeah, kind of.
Like see in front of the case, you see like Michelangelo with his fist up and like
Yeah.
see him. Yeah. So the ones the quarter scales are standing directly in front of them. So I think the ones behind them are something like 20 inches tall.
So Chris,
22
is that
inches tall.
20 inches?
The Predator's like 18.
Okay.
Yeah, Predator's 18 inches, the Aliens are like 20, and then the Turtles are like 16.
That's a really good looking predator.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man,
I really didn't know about this quarter scale Kratos. I'm probably just going to go ahead and buy it.
Go for it.
Which version of Kratos? The original trilogy or the new one?
No, the only thing, unfortunately, it is the
original.
Ragnarok, basically. So it's newer Kratos.
Hey, Joe. People are finding this Predator currently in Ross for $100. So if you got a Ross near you, check it out.
I went to the Rosses here on Sunday to try to look for them for you. Didn't find any of them.
So I really what I want is the one that comes without the helmet. I just want the normal face Predator, or the Predator 2 one, or the big red one. But no luck. So, but Joe's here. Joe's in the house. I think for NECA, especially when you look at the turtle line, I feel like they're gonna finally show. What's her Tresta? What the fuck her name is?
Tempesta.
Yeah.
Because they showed off her name tag at New York Comic Con accidentally. They showed off her name tag that they had packaged up, and so I feel like she's gonna come.
Giggity.
I was waiting for the giggity. So, and then what I hope to see, and I feel like we will see, is going to be more from the 12 line. Like I said, Leatherhead. I would shit myself if they did the creep from the 12 line.
Gross.
They fucking did that already. I don't give a fuck. I'd be happy to have that mess if they fucking did it. Like,
Do you
fucking give
think
it to me.
Do you think that they're going to start doing that? Do you think they're going to start jumping around the line, or do you think they're going to do like, here are the figures we're making from season 1, here's the figures from season 2?
I'm gonna say no, just because if you look at all the other turtle toys they've done, they did not do that. They jumped around like crazy, right? Like they just made stuff. So bring me that.
Is there some sort of anniversary with the Friday the 13th franchise happening this year?
I think so.
I'm just that because usually if there's some kind of anniversary and people have tie-ins, like I could see, oh, we're celebrating this Friday the 13th thing, and then that could be like, look, here's the Turtles figure, the creep. Like it would make sense then, right?
No, you're not wrong, but I don't believe so because I don't think '84 was their first the Friday the 13th, or I guess would it be
86?
Maybe I don't think so though. I think that's going to be the main things we're going to be seeing. I don't think we're going to see much more cartoon wise unless it's like stupid variants, right? Or at least original cartoon wise. I don't think you're going to see anything except for stupid variants. Maybe
Yeah,
a couple new comic book, maybe a couple new Ronin figures. I think 12 is going to be the heavy lifter for Turtles.
the first one was 1980, so this would be 46 years. So yeah, there's no like
But
anniversary.
to be fair, when did the second movie come out?
You talking Friday the 13th? Sorry, I was
Yeah.
buying Kratos. Sorry, these things happen. I got caught off guard.
No problem.
That one was 1981.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Every year they did one on the 13th. Okay. Because I was saying,
That's 45 years
technically,
old.
the creep is based off of Jason Voorhees, who wasn't in the first movie.
Yeah.
The second movie was the anniversary year.
So for the second movie, it would be 45 years.
So, I mean, possibly, but I feel like the 2012 cartoon will be the heavy lifter for Turtles.
I hope so.
Unless we walk in and there's absolutely no Turtle stuff because NECA's losing the fucking license. Yay!
Wouldn't that be wild if all of a sudden it was just like Turtle stopped?
That would be insane.
You know how much more money I'd have?
You'd actually have less money, sir.
Huh.
Because then some new company would get in the line and start making the figures all over again, and you'd have to buy a bunch of stuff that you already have from a different company. So you'd actually have less money than you do now.
He's already doing that because as soon as Mattel starts, he's buying it.
Yeah.
So I meant to say, you know the McFarlane Page Punchers?
Yep.
So I finally got to see, I never saw the Bebop in person yet.
Oh, okay.
And I finally got to see the Bebop. They're literally the figures from the game that came out in 2016, maybe?
Or IDW.
I told you guys about this. There's an IDW style game. It's like free roam, a little bit comic booky, but it's a free roam game. And that Bebop is 100% the Bebop from the game. So they modeled those figures after that game, for sure.
And the game is modeled after the comic book.
Potentially, yes. I'm not 100%. I don't want to solidify that, but potentially. And I can't even really tell you what year the game, but I want to say the game was like 2016 or something. It was a badass game, but those figures 100% modeled after that. That Bebop, there's no misunderstanding that Bebop is definitely the one from the game.
Yeah, I haven't played the game, so I would assume it's based off the IDW comics, and because that's what the figure's from is IDW's. Great figure though.
Ugh.
You should have picked it up.
So what else?
So I mean, also obviously continue with NECA. They have a huge horror preference.
Yeah.
The question is, do you have any idea, any speculation of what they might or what you'd want to see them drop for horror?
So honestly, just in light of what we just talked about, I'd like to see more quarter scales. I'd like to see more of the quarter scale figures. So I didn't know, and maybe I'm just not paying attention, but I didn't know there was an Art the Clown. I didn't know there was the Pennywise. I didn't know they had the different versions of the Predators. Those looked really cool. I'm not going to buy them, but they look cool. But I could see myself buying Art. You know, I could see myself potentially buying Pennywise. I'm not a huge fan, but 18-inch Pennywise would be kind of cool. And I do open my 18-inch characters.
Good boy.
Giggity. They look good. They look like statues. They really look like posable statues. They just do a really good job with those. I'd like to see them do an 18-inch Mars Attacks.
That'd be awesome. If they had Mars Attacks license, that would be great.
Yeah,
I have a
I'd love to
feeling
see that.
if they do any more 18-inch, because they showed art at I believe New York Comic Con or New York
Mhm.
Comic Fair. So if they were to do another 18-inch, I could see them doing Leatherface because they've been doing Leatherface figures on a lot of them recently. So I could see them finally doing a Leatherface 18-inch, even an updated Michael Myers if they want to go that route.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they haven't done a Leatherface yet. I mean, he's a popular character. They, like you said, they've made 1,000 Leatherface figures, and they couldn't turn around and take the time to make a 1/4-inch Leatherface.
Well, when they first did the quarter scales, I don't think they had Leatherface yet. When they
You
were
mean they
first
didn't have the
doing all
rights
the
to make
horror
him?
guys, and then when they finally got the license for Texas, they started making them like crazy.
Ooh,
And recently
Sideshow.
had a resurgence in their releases. They've re-released figures. They've released new figures. They announced the Santa Claus Leatherface figure. So I could see them doing an 18-inch Leatherface if they were going to do it. I could see them doing it now. I always hope that NECA finally starts dabbling in some of the more obscure horror because you figure they do like the Howling, American Werewolf in London or Paris, one of those. Like they do some of not the main guys, right? I still want to see NECA do like a Leprechaun. Like give me a dope ass Leprechaun figure. You could make for Tony's sake, make him life size. Like, or give me more of the what is it, the fucking Hellraiser. They've already done Pinhead. Give me the rest of the team.
That'd be cool.
Give me the rest of the Cinnabites. Like, give me them, right? I hope. Like, I really hope NECA starts because they've been doing it seems like a lot more horror lately. So I'm hoping that they go that route and go back to their roots and start doing a lot more horror figures. Like, I have a feeling they're gonna release some good shit.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right. I don't know. I just don't want to see them keep regurgitating shit like Chucky.
Oh,
I'm just kind of tired of seeing Chucky.
two things. First, I have a gut feeling we're gonna see Jason X. Uber
Ooh,
Jason.
I want a 1/4 scale Jason X. Give me a 1/4 scale Jason X.
So I have a feeling we're gonna finally get Jason X. It'll be under the branding of the video game, right? Because the legal situations we're going through. But give me Uber Jason. But at the same time, I just watched Jason X fucking 2 nights ago. I was bored. Holy crap, that movie's bad. But yes, like holy fuck, that movie was bad.
But it's bad in a good way. I love it, man.
No, it's really not. It's one of my favorite Jason movies because of Jason, especially when he becomes Uber Jason, in the way in the kills. But everything else, the graphics, the acting, everything else is nothing good about it.
I think it's cool, but
I love it. I watched the whole thing, but like Jesus, man, it was bad.
I think there's a lot of entertainment value there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so now you have all the other companies, right? You have the Hasbro's. We kind of went over the Ghostbusters earlier, but do you have any like? I know you got you and well, Psycho doesn't really collect them, but unless it's Beast Wars. But Transformers, do you have any thoughts on potential Transformer stuff?
So I already saw a couple things, and I had talked to Johnny about this on the way home. That looks like there's a transparent Starscream coming out. I don't know why we need more Starscream. The mold's been overdone. I don't know. I don't get it. And then I thought that 4-pack was supposed to be an exclusive, but apparently it's just the 4-pack. The one we were talking about like 2 weeks ago, Psycho, or a week ago. I thought that was supposed to be an exclusive. I hadn't heard anything else. But I almost guarantee that any exclusives they put out are just going to be remolds because that's what Hasbro's been doing. They haven't been putting out anything that like is knocking my socks off with Transformers. So I don't really have any. I don't have any predictions that I think are worth talking about. I think it's just going to be repurposed, recolored, remolded, and that's it.
I'll be right back when we grab a drink. Continue.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, I don't know, Psycho. What do you?
I mean, I'm hoping, as always, for Beast Wars things, and we'll see what actually is going to happen. It says that at their booth, they're supposed to have Transformer stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, just because they're going to have it, though, you know how that works. So
Yeah,
it's gonna...
it sucks because the 30th anniversary of Beast Wars is also shared with the 40th anniversary of the original movie, the cartoon film. Right? So they're kind of, I don't know that we're going to get anything by that. It says something about the an exclusive DLX Optimus Primal Beast Wars Universe Edition. I don't know.
Kick it in. Can't have the dead air, man. Kick it in.
No, like I said, man, I don't know what to expect because it says 3.0 is going to have an exclusive DLX Optimus Primal Beast Wars Universe Edition available at the booth. But it doesn't say anything else about that, and if it's 3.0, that means it's not going to transform. And I don't know if we're going to get the already transformed, or if we're going to get in robot or in beast mode. It doesn't say if we're getting the original, if we're getting the transmetal. So I don't know what to expect from that. It's kind of like, and you and I have said this over and over, I feel like Hasbro is dropping the ball on Beast Wars. Right? Like you have a 30th anniversary of a franchise and you're not doing anything for it. And I just don't get it because a lot of the people that were huge fans are our age and they're buying stuff. There's no stuff to buy.
Yeah, Beast Wars is very ill represented. You know, even in the third party world, honestly.
Yeah.
Which is very ill represented. I don't know why. Somebody sleeps on that line, and it's only going to take one really good manufacturer making some badass toys, and they'll sell like crazy.
But I mean, I will say, as far as Hasbro goes, announcement yesterday that they're going to be releasing Legend of Zelda figures. It's like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Because up until I heard that, Jakks Pacific held the license to make every Nintendo franchise figures. I mean, if you go to Walmart, there are still Zelda figures on the shelf from Jakks Pacific.
I think I mentioned in the group chat. It doesn't say action. It says toys, right? So it could be anything from like the role play toys. It could be any of their other toy lines that they do that they could put like the theme or deck out in like Zelda stuff.
Yeah.
Like it could be anything like that. It doesn't say it's like, oh, they're gonna be doing an action figure line for Legend of Zelda. It's open there. It's very broad what they're saying. They're saying toys, right? So it could be really anything.
Yeah.
Like you said, if another company's making action figures, how would they fit in? But then at the same time, you think about it, it's like, oh, how many people make turtles, right? Like,
well, yeah, it's the Jakks Pacific toys are terrible. Like they're absolute garbage. They're trash. But if Hasbro were to make a decent Legend of Zelda figure, then absolutely be something I'm interested in.
So I don't want to like be ignorant about it, and it is what it is. But is there a following for Link memorabilia? Like, I mean, somebody wants to make
Link,
stuff?
it's not just Link, it's all of Legend of Zelda. And the teaser image that was shown today, it was announced yesterday, but there's a teaser image produced today or released today, speaks to what Chris said as not specifically action figures, but instead toys, because it shows the iconic Master Sword and Hylian shield laying on a rock outside, and it just says Hasbro is now making Legend of Zelda toys. This says more information to come at the con. I mean, the Master Sword and the frickin' shield look amazing, so...
Who makes Nerf?
I don't know. Mattel?
I don't know. I mean, it might be Hasbro. Like, it could be, that would be a Nerf sword from, Legend of Zelda. Like, they could be doing shit like, that's what I'm saying. It could be anything toy-wise.
Yeah.
Curious to see where it's, I won't buy any of this shit because fuck Zelda, but
it also says Hasbro announced today that the first 3 6-inch figures will be debuted at San Diego Comic-Con in 2026 before the toy line launches in 2027. No one knows what game it's going to be representative of, though. Is it going to be Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or is it going to be Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask? And to Tony's point, I would say there's a huge following with The Legend of Zelda just because how big the different art styles were in each game and how people have their favorites. If Hasbro makes good figures, they're going to sell like crazy. Because, I mean, I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. If Hasbro shows these figures and they're good quality, I'm going to start getting them. I'm going to start collecting them.
I mean, I don't. Again, I don't know. Listen, man, I played it. I think once on Super Nintendo, so I can't say anything about it. I know who Link is and I know who Zelda is, right? And so I guess my question would be: are there that many supporting characters to make a toy line?
Sure, because for every iteration of the
Okay.
game, you got to have Link, Zelda, Ganon, right?
I don't know any of these people, so Link and Zelda, those are the ones I understand.
Well, you know who Ganon is because he's the bad guy that you fight in all of the games. Well, not all of them,
Don't
but
know
most of them. If you played the
So
Super,
he had a different name.
so his name was Ganon up until the N64 when they called his human form Ganondorf, and then his monster form Ganon. But again, if the figures are good, they're gonna crazy.
It's one of those things, Tony, that is throughout history. Nintendo, specifically Nintendo games, have been very underrepresented in the toy world and just merchandise in general. So anytime anything comes out for them, they have a tendency to sell well, and if it's quality, it'll definitely sell. The main things being Mario stuff, like good Mario figures usually sell really well, or Mario merchandise sells well. Zelda usually sells really well.
It's a
If they
Nintendo
actually
thing.
make good Metroid Prime stuff, Metroid, that stuff will you sell because those fans are so underserviced that when it does come out, they fucking go to it. They
Well,
want it because they don't get a lot of it.
those Figma figures that have come out, they're really expensive, and they do Metroid and Zelda figures in the Figma line. They're really expensive, and they sell out almost immediately. As soon as they're announced up for pre-order, they're gone.
I feel like it has to be a Nintendo thing. Like you got to be a diehard Nintendo collector because I don't know anybody. I mean, aside you play the game, but aside from like regular people to play the game, I mean, you can be a fan, but not a like. I like Final Fantasy, but I'm not out there buying all the figures.
Sure,
You know
but
what I mean?
you just bought a quarter scale Kratos, right? Like
Yeah.
Kratos has been around what, 20 years? Legend of Zelda's been around 40 years.
Right. And that just
There
tells you that Kratos is
have
better.
been more Kratos figures released than Legend of Zelda figures, even though Legend of Zelda has been around double the amount of time.
Yes.
The only figures we got, I remember how frustrated I was as a kid when Ocarina of Time came out. If you pre-ordered at a specific place, you would get 3 figures. You would get Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. And I did not get those. And those for a very long time were the only Legend of Zelda toys that were ever released.
Macarena of Time.
Sure.
I've been
Besides
dying to say that. Sorry.
little vinyl rubber figures and stuff like that they've done throughout history of like Nintendo lines.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm listen. Nintendo people are weird. They're very weird, and when they're diehard Nintendo people, they buy all of that bullshit. So I get it. I didn't know that there was enough characters to produce an actual toy line for Zelda. That's all. It's not like Mega Man. There's about 10,000 fucking robots, right, that they can make for Mega Man or versions of Mega Man. But I don't know when it comes to Zelda. I have no idea.
So every design of Link is different like armor, different, and then within the game he has different looks as you upgrade his armor. So there's a ton of things that you can use.
So I guess to Tony's point, even you said it, when you look at it character wise, it's 3 characters, right? Like named characters that people recognize, would care about. Then you'll have like maybe a bunch of like small minions or small like people you battle. But you have the 3 characters. You have Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. Like that's what you got. Now, if you have 17 games, each game has its own version, upgrades. So it could be a line full of variant like crazy.
Yeah.
Type of thing. But if they want to do like, just one of each character from the game, it sounds like it's kind of limited when it comes to that aspect of it. You have to kind of ride on the variants or this version from this game, this version from this game, this game, this game, this.
So like,
which can still run. It's just
the 2 on the NES, the 1 on the Game Boy, or the 3 on the Game Boy, and then the 1 on the Super Nintendo. It's going to very much be like that. But when you get into the 3D games, you're going to have a bunch of other characters from like Ocarina of Time forward that you would be able to make figures of.
Okay. So who is that? That was Hasbro still, right? What other? So obviously we have loyal subjects is going to be there, and
They already put all their cards out.
well, but they haven't put out their exclusives. Their exclusives they haven't put out announcements for new stuff. They put out their
No, but
exclusives.
those mask toys were con exclusives. They just put them out. You could get them now.
Right.
Pre-order them now.
But at the con, they'll most likely be showing new stuff and more stuff, not for sale, but for coming up.
I think.
I feel like you're done with mask as it is. So
I'm just very frustrated with the price points. This shit just doesn't make sense. I just don't know who the hell at loyal subjects or whatever is sitting there saying, yeah, this makes sense. Let's charge this much money for these toys. I don't know. That's just really irking me. And if they announce anything, I think they're going to announce more fucking color variants. It's not going to be anything new. They've already talked about their second wave. So I think they'll do another couple of color variants, and that'll be about it. I don't know, man. I bet they don't make it to Wave 3. I'm going to go ahead and on record now and say they don't make Wave 3 of Mask because Wave 2 doesn't sell because the price points are getting too crazy.
So loyal subjects to me is a wild card, right? Because they're coming out with toy lines that are vintage and weren't huge toy lines when they were out, right? Mask was pretty big, but the fact that they're doing like My Pet Monster, they're doing Strawberry Shortcake, they're starting to dive into that realm. I think they're doing Gem. I think they're right. So I'm kind of curious to see what new lines they're going to be potentially announcing. Like maybe not even have figures, just we have licensing for this. We don't have anything to show yet, but look out for these. And I hope it's Dino Riders. I fucking hope it's Dino Riders. God damn it.
They haven't alluded anything like that. I just don't know if that would even be
well they
on the roster.
I don't remember them teasing anything. Like they just come to a con and like next thing now you see a product, right?
Right.
So who knows? Like there's just so many toy lines that were small to no IP that I feel like they could just run and grab and run away with and do whatever they wanted. Like they're not gonna grab like Dick Tracy or fucking Police Academy, but I feel like they have a lot of potential for bringing back vintage toy lines and redoing them. And is there any toy lines that you would like to see them potentially grab and run with?
Is there anything I would like to see?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's so hard to say, dude. I mean, it's until I won't think about it, and all of a sudden somebody will mention a toy line. I'll be like, oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it'd be cool to see that.
Sure.
I'd love to see that. I don't know. I'd like to see Wheeled Warriors come back in a capacity that makes sense. Don't go bringing back Wheeled Warriors charging, $40 for one fucking Wheeled Warrior. That would piss me off. But that'd be a cool line to see it come back. It was a fun, interchangeable line to play with. I don't know.
They back something and charge me money for it, you bastards.
No, I just don't. I mean, all I'm saying is be realistic, right? Be realistic about what you're trying to sell. Like the price points just do not make sense to me. And maybe I need to be educated. Maybe there's something I'm missing. And they keep getting their hands on all these toy lines. Like, they did Turtles, or they're still doing Turtles, or whatever. They're done, right? They're done with Turtles.
McFarlane took it from them.
So they were making Turtles, and then now they're doing Gem. And I mean, what's stopping them from? I don't know. What's stopping them from making Voltron pieces?
Hasbro, maybe?
I don't know, because there's other companies that make it. Toynami. There's the Toynami versions of Voltron. There's that Beast King, which is a third-party company. There's Blitzway that made a Voltron. I mean, there's about 1,000 different people making Voltron, but what's stopping? They seem to like that shit. Like Loyal Subject seems to like grabbing onto those things that people are already buying. And then, then they'll go around and do some other stuff on the side, but they seem to like to do the ones that are people already buying. So they could turn around and make a Voltron. We don't have a vehicle robot. There's only, that I can think of off the top of my head, unless somebody knows, they can educate me, but there's only one other company making a third party per se of the vehicle robot Voltron. Everybody makes the Lion Bot. Everybody makes some version of the Lion Bot.
Is that the most iconic?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't know Voltron, so sorry.
No, that's okay. But fans want the vehicle robot. They want a badass version of the vehicle robot, and that's a missed opportunity. They make all these, I mean, they're cool. They make all these cool versions of the Lion Bot. I'm not shitting on it because I buy most of them, but I'd like to see a vehicle robot too.
So who currently has the license for Voltron?
Hasbro was the last person to produce it, like on a, I don't want to say an official level, but you know what I mean? Like one of those mass retailers kind of products or whatever. They were the last people to do it.
Because all those other companies you mentioned, I feel like most of them are like overseas imports, right?
Yeah, so like Blitzway, I don't know if they're based out of America, I doubt it, but Blitzway produces a high quality, expensive collector's grade toy.
It's probably die cast and everything. And
Yeah, it's metal, things light up. Like, I mean, it's like a $700 piece. Like, it's a nice piece.
and they make that because Hasbro's like, we'll never make something like that, so have at it. Like,
I honestly think that's exactly what Hasbro says. We will never invest to make a toy or a collector's grade item like that. They don't even have. They could HasLab a Voltron and it would sell immediately. Absolutely would. You HasLab the Voltron and if the tiers were something like, hey, tier 1 you get, you get the 5 original pilots, right? Or however they want to do it, and then tier 2 you get Sven, or tier 3 you get Lotor, like you get to the bad guys.
so maybe that's what happened at the meeting. Mr. Old Man Hasbro heard somebody say, "Oh, we should make Voltron as a HasLab." He only heard Tron, and they made that piece of shit instead. Maybe that's
And
what
instead
happened.
they're like, I thought people wanted this. That's such horseshit.
Hasbro owns Nerf, by the way.
Okay, so
That took you like 30 minutes.
Well, you guys were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt you to say Hasbro owns Nerf. I waited till there was a pause. You want me to just interrupt you?
I think
I'll
that would
interrupt
be-
you whenever the hell I feel like it then. How about that? Jeez.
Hasbro owns Nerf, by the way. Hoopa drives the boat, Chief.
but one company who's going to be there that hasn't been there in several years is Sideshow.
They're all
Sideshow's
statues
been
and
at-
shit.
Huh?
Aren't they mostly statues?
And Hot Toys.
Yeah, I mean, Sideshow's there every year, I thought.
They haven't been there in a few years. They haven't been there in a while. Like they're even making a big deal about being back for the first time in however many years.
What do you think they're bringing?
Bro,
Hopefully none of their own shit.
statues, I wouldn't be worried. Like, I don't give a shit, right? Like I said, statues, it is what it is. I don't pay attention to them. But if they come bring in heat when it comes to Hot Toys, you could probably see some really sick shit, especially with some of these movies coming out. The new fucking Doomsday, like, you could probably see some.
There's a lot of hype behind potential figures and toys coming out for Doomsday. That's the other big chatter out there.
Did you see the?
Is all
Did you
the
see
shit
the
they're gonna
trailer?
release. I saw. I only saw what was at the end of the Mandalorian movie or the beginning.
No, they just dropped the trailer yesterday.
Right.
No, I didn't see it. Is it good?
I think it was really good. Psycho has his reservations about it. We discussed on the cast last week, but there's one part of the trailer that I don't like, and I just think that I would have rather seen it in theaters the moment, even though you know it was coming. But I mean, it just is what it is.
Joe says it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a great trailer. I'm looking forward to it. It got me excited to see the movie. So
It was amazing H apparently.
Yeah.
yeah, that's much better than amazing.
It's amazing H.
I don't know. Wasn't overly impressed. It's clearly an evil Captain America in the trailer. Like, it's...
I haven't seen it yet, so
It's you want to spoil a trailer?
I don't care. I'll watch it
Yeah.
anyway.
So
but
all right, so what Psycho's referring to in the trailer, you see Thor doing this whatever, and you hear a voice, and he's like shocked, and it pans out a little bit, and it's Steve Rogers, right? Well, he's got longer hair, but he puts his hand up, and the fucking hammer flies from Thor into his hand.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I wish they had saved that for. I would like to have seen that in the theater.
I
Like,
guarantee...
I knew he was going to be in the movie. Like, it wasn't a surprise that Captain America's there, but just that moment, I feel like I would have rather been in the moment of the movie, the build up to it, versus in a theater.
Personally, I don't think that that's how that moment is going to play. I think that they did that just for the trailer.
Perfect. If that's the case, wonderful.
Because, like, there's too much about that character. Like, and this is going to be a nitpick, I guess, but why the hell is Captain America wearing eyeshadow for the first time? Or eyeliner, or whatever the hell it is? Like, in none of the other movies does he have that ridiculous dark eyeliner on. and he has it, and most of their villains have that same eyeliner, right? Like, it's very clearly that is not the Captain America that we know, and I'm fairly confident saying they filmed that scene just to put it in a trailer, so people are gonna be like, "Shit, it's Captain America, and he can't be bad because he can summon the hammer," and it's not gonna be him summoning the hammer in the
Yeah,
movie at
so
all.
like I was saying, a lot of people are speculating that it's Hydra Captain America, right? Because in the comics, he there's another version of Cap where he's part of Hydra, and he says "Hail Hydra" and everything, right? Which is why they make fun of it in one of the previous Captain America movies when he says "Hail Hydra" in the elevator, where the fuck they make them think that he's part of it, and then all that shit happens. But yeah, he takes the hammer. But it's a cool scene. It's like, oh shit. But if they did it just for it, then good on them. But I was like, if that is the actual, like, I would have preferred to see that in the theater because that seems like it would have been a nice build up to that moment. But it just is what it is. But the trailer looks great. It looks amazing.
I mean, maybe he's just got black eyeliner because he's been listening to a lot of AFI.
I mean, he may have just like been in another universe with Spider-Man 3, right? And just been emotional. Like,
Right, they're all just sharing eyeliner.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that was funnier for me.
But it does look good though. But
Glad that people like it.
that being
Nice.
said, fucking Hot Toys, I'm curious to see what Hot Toys does show off. Same thing with like Mezco. I'm curious as shit to see what Mezco shows at their booth because I don't have any Mezco figures, but I've been very tempted.
You had turtles.
And I sold them, so I don't have any anymore.
Touche. Wasn't there a Shredder?
Yes.
Mezco Shredder, right?
Yep.
Didn't
I
we
don't know
already
if it
order
came
that?
out yet, but I know that you were able to order it. I don't know if it's actually dropped yet, but you could have ordered it.
Yeah, I think I already ordered
Mondo
it.
showed their Shredder already.
Yeah, that thing looked badass.
That Shredder looks insane.
So if Hot Toys has stuff there, there's one figure that tons of people want. I don't know that we're going to see, but it'd be cool if we do. There's been speculation, I guess, or rumor that there's going to be a Christopher Reeve Superman 2.0. And people think that because of the response to In Art's Christopher Reeve Superman that debuted recently, that Hot Toys is going to try to like take some of that thunder back and show their 2.0. So that could be interesting, right? Like, will it just be a redo of the one figure? Are they going to give you a Clark and a Superman like In Art is doing? Because the Christopher Reeve Superman was the first Hot Toys figure I bought, but compared to a lot of the newer releases, it's definitely time to revisit it.
Do you
The
think
sculpt looks great, but there's a lot to be desired now.
Do you think they would just repurpose the wheelchair from Professor X to put it in the box with him?
Sure, except that Hot Toys never made Professor X in a wheelchair. Yeah.
Okay, maybe some stem cells. I don't know. They do weird stuff.
Maybe they'll just get a horse.
Yeah, maybe.
A horse.
And maybe the two of you will blow that horse out your ass. Who knows?
Good times. Good times.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit. And Thursday night for collectors, we're going to be covering a lot of the shit that does pop up. See if anything we said was even remotely close, or what surprises that we weren't even expecting that we're going to be excited about. Like, it's going to be it's that exciting time of year for us collectors, you know. So I'm excited. Can't wait.
Excited, disappointing, and nerve-wracking financially.
Yes, absolutely, all at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of all that. You got to stop and say, okay, what's most important on my list of all this bullshit that came out that I absolutely have to have, and how much of it is just hype, right? Because sometimes I see shit come out and I'm like, oh, it's so cool, and then like a week later I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I don't need it.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Like, it seems like a lot of people, it's hard for them to appreciate something, and oh, that's fucking awesome, without having to buy it, right? Like, just because I like it doesn't mean I have to buy that shit. And sometimes I have to remind myself of that as well. Like, I don't need to buy that. It's cool as fuck, but I don't need that in my life.
I've been doing pretty good about that when I'm at shows.
Okay.
Like walking around and be like, because I get that mindset of I'm there to make money, so it's hard for me to go up and spend $200-300 on something knowing that I want to be there and make money.
You know, I've done shows with you, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. Because I definitely see you walk off and come back when you spend $100.
It's few and far between, but it happens. What else we got? I don't want to cut, but I mean, at the same time, it's 2 hours. We gotta call this at this point. People are getting bored, meaning me. So,
Hey Tony, you gonna buy the Jim Bro Skeletor?
I had actually considered it. I sent it to my daughter because she thought it was cool too.
Alrighty.
Tomorrow, so for those who are listening and here, tomorrow will be the release of the Comic-Con exclusives from Mondo. At least the Ghostbuster, the 3 or 4 pack from Ghostbusters. That'll be tomorrow.
A question for you. You said you were gonna think about it. You picking them up tomorrow, or are you gonna wait?
I'm thinking about it. I have until tomorrow to figure it out. Because one of the Kickstarters we backed finally put their stuff through, so I got ordered more stuff in that Kickstarter, which I want to do. And then Halloween Horror Nights multi-night tickets just dropped. I need to buy my Horror Night tickets.
I think I might go this year.
You can kiss my.
So weird. You don't like horror though.
No, but I like the Stranger Things houses, so I would go for that. When I go to Halloween Horror Nights, I only go for 1 or 2 houses anyway.
Is there a Stranger Thing house this year?
Yep. It's going to focus on the last season, but apparently it's going to be a large house. It's going to go through all of the seasons. There's going to be stuff from all of them, but they already announced it.
Not again. Stranger Things, all right. Off topic. Stranger Thing houses at Horror Nights are fun, but like Walking Dead, it's been done. Like it's gotten old. I understand they go through the different seasons, but it's like, okay, cool. But I'll go through it still. Oh. But yeah, so like I have to buy those tickets probably tonight. Like I got a lot of money coming out of my account within the next 48 hours. So because in Hasbro, I think their shit goes on sale either tomorrow or those will be after the con most likely. All right, this saves me. All right, that works. Cool. But yeah. For I already said for Thursday what we're doing. We're just doing like a recap of the show and everything of the Comic Con. And then next week, Tuesday, will be the remaining stuff that we don't catch that comes out Friday, Saturday, and everything. Also, Joe, I don't know if he's even in here anymore, but last night, Joe and I did our first episode of our paranormal podcast. We did it last night. It's not live. We recorded. He's going to go through editing and everything, put it together, videos, sounds, all kinds of fun stuff. So we did that last night, and that was actually a lot of fun. I love you guys, but talking about something not toys and collectibles was nice. It was a nice change to have a conversation through this without being, circled around this field. So it was nice. But as soon as we can get it posted, we'll let everybody know where they can find that at. I don't know if we're doing video or if it's just audio at this time, but we'll see how it goes. We were going to invite you, Tony, but you're just going to say, oh, that's stupid. That's not real. And we need more input than that.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you determined that before I did anything. That's good. You guys had that all figured out ahead of time.
How do you feel about Bigfoot, Tony?
So, is that all we got? Or we got? Man, fuck Bigfoot. Now, so
you would.
Gross. All right, cool. So let's wind this down, wrap this up. Psycho, you got anything else?
Nope. Unless you want to see the Lego X-File figure or thing, I'll pull it up. But other than that, that's it.
No, I think you guys can save that for your cast. That was my way of saying no to X-Files.
I heard you.
Oh, okay, good. That's
You're a hater. X-Files is awesome.
Well, just like he thinks Bigfoot is stupid, he thinks X-Files is stupid.
He's not wrong.
Well, he said he wants to fuck Bigfoot. So that means he likes Bigfoot a lot. Well, you don't have to, according to Kelso, but, like...
Wow. Okay, all right. All right, guys. So, Jesus Christ. Weez, you're good? You're good for Thursday?
Yeah, we're good. Thursday.
Yeah. Always a good time. So, for those that are listening, disagreements for the X-Files and for Bigfoot, so drop us a line and let us know what you think about that. But, hopefully you guys listen to this after the fact. It's a good time. It's fun to listen to. I know we have a fan. Sal absolutely cannot wait till these get posted up because he always messages me. Yeah, he immediately listens to them and then he messages me and tells me what he likes about them. So
I haven't told you this. When you go through Riverside, you go down to the section that says hosting, right? If you click on that, you can click analytics and you can see like how many streams you've gotten and where they've been. So you've had, or for Drinks and Toys, you've had quite the presence in Japan. You've had listening in Japan. Collector's Hideout had a lot in France for some reason. Don't know. So like we're getting out there around the globe.
Japan. That's pretty cool.
So I mean, we're growing up. We're getting out there all over the place.
Nice. Well, thank you. All right. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Check out again next Tuesday, obviously, for more con after talk. And come check out Wheezy and Psycho on Thursday for Collector's Hideout and whatever else they happen to be.
Will you not be here this Thursday?
What?
Will you not be here this Thursday?
Sure, I'll be there. I was just giving you guys credit because it's your thing.
I'll just make sure.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Fuck it. We're out.
You already hit it?